All right, what's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father. Amazon Kindle Create Space. The difference between a mother and a father. One of the things I talk about, even in my book, is a lot of these mothers lack foresight. So a lot of times, these children get in these situations and you just handle it as they come. You know, you never, mothers have this problem being preventative or teaching a person not to go in a certain direction so they don't wind up in a bad situation. A lot of times these mothers are, you know, just letting shit happen, which when children get older, they resent their mother for that, because you're supposed to, if you so, quote unquote protecting your child, you have to protect your child from themselves and protect your child from being in a world that's going to eat them alive if they think they got it like that. But the constant, you know, oh, they gonna figure it out, you know, whatever, something gonna happen, somebody gonna kick their ass, you know, somebody gonna, you know, play them back, somebody is gonna rob them and they gonna get it. Like, that's not the way to do things. You know, this is how a lot of these young ladies wind up getting sexually assaulted, is because, you know, a lot of times their distaste for men is because they weren't protected, not just by the men in their family, but especially their mothers. Baby, don't go out dressed like that. These kind of guys gonna approach you, they gonna treat you like this. Don't go out like that at this type of hour, because you have yourself vulnerable to these type of things happening. And these young people go out into this world and find out the hard way when they don't have to. Now, some people are just fucking hard-headed, and no matter how many times you tell them and show them, they gotta crack their head against a brick wall. And it's like, well, I warned you, I told you, I showed you, and you still thought you was a fucking superhero, so go ahead, go get yourself killed. And, you know, I'm gonna come back from this, I got an extra man. No, you don't. But a lot of fellas deal with this, whether they're married, dealing with their own child and child's mother, or dealing with dating single mothers, who they all synonymously have this stage where they, you know, don't tell my baby nothing, don't do that to my baby, don't blah blah. They overprotective of the baby, and then they don't realize you create a pattern that's dysfunctional because you let a baby get away with certain shit. Then a toddler gets away with certain shit. Then a kid gets away with certain shit. Then a preteen gets away with certain shit. Then a teenager is full blown going ham on your ass. And then, you know, when they're about to be grown, then you shove them out into the world. Well, ain't nobody playing games with these motherfuckers. You know, you constantly see, look, these, especially teenagers getting put on their ass by adults, and people like, that is so wrong. And it's a battle in the comment section of people saying, if you would have parented that kid better, they wouldn't be getting their fucking ass whipped in the first place. They wouldn't be so disrespectful in the first place, you know. But that's foresight. That's what fathers bring to the table. Like, look, that's gonna get that kid killed. That might get that little girl raped. That might get, you know, this kid robbed trying to be so flashy. That might get this kid used and played. That might get this little boy or girl's heart broken doing that. And just like mothers have a way of understanding the world in a particular way, fathers have a way of understanding the world in a particular way. So when you don't take heed and follow the guidance of a father, because you can't say, you can always, you know, we always, the old thing is, it's a woman's world now, but back in the day it was a man's world. Well, truth is, it's always a man's world, and it always will be a man's world, because when shit breaks down with women, they defer to men. It's a man's fault if the shit don't work. So by that logic, it's gonna wind up being a man's world regardless. And since that's the case, there's an importance for fathers, because fathers understand how a man's world works. And fathers can tell you what men are going to gravitate to and what men are going to distance themselves from. So at the end of the day, the fathers have way more foresight about a man's world than a mother has about a man's world. She lets shit happen in a man's world because eventually her backup plan is a man's gonna come along and fix all of this shit. Men, on the other hand, there ain't no man coming to save you, so I'm gonna prepare you for what's gonna happen so that it doesn't happen, or if it does happen, you can see it coming a mile away. I'm done. Y'all take care. Peace.